Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? I'm back. Yes, I'm back with another recap of Daryl Dixon. Season 3, this is episode 4, and it is titled Frontier Justice, or Justicia, Frontiera, and we in Spain, y'all. It encounters a massive invasion attack of the Margers on the town of Soles del Mar. And then you have Paz, who is the one who catches the primitivos coming towards them to inform everyone about it. And so before all the invasion alert and everything happened, y'all, Daryl and Carol were out getting the boat ready with Valentina and her little boyfriends and Cooper, right? They was trying to get ready and set up for sail to go back to America, honey. They wasn't even thinking about none of that. So anyways, in that time you have Carol and Valentina. They getting cordial with one another, got retaining a little friendship thing going on. And then you have Cooper, who's from Cali, hey, before he got to Spain or whatever. And so him and Daryl, they having the same interactions. Daryl over there trying, learning how to tie a knot, cute, real cute. Then boom, y'all. Boom. Here we go with the disappointment, y'all. I was like, dang, ain't nobody ever live to help y'all. Cooper ended up getting straight with a bow and arrow, and Daryl ducks for cover and prepares for action. He's just like, whoop, like, you know what I'm saying? Out of sight, out of mind. Like, he just wasn't even like, he didn't even think about it. It was like, oh God, it's time to go. And then then everybody just starts. Going in, y'all. Woo! They start going in. So when they are done, poor Valentina, my bad, Valentina, she didn't know what happened to Cooper. She would just call his name. And so Daryl looks back and remembers, like, after all that just happened, of course he was like, oh yeah, it's Cooper, you know what I'm saying? And then what happened? Like, what happened? So, then they put him to rest because he, of course, had turned due to the chest indication of the bow and arrow and whatnot. So due to death, he had to be put to rest. And so then that's when you got Paz. She sees the primitivos, y'all. The primitivos, there they are, coming through her binoculars, such as she looking through them binoculars and see that. Anyway, so when Valentina tells them what the bell was about, Daryl and Carol, they go off to help the people in Solas del Mar. And so Daryl, and talking to Carol as they walk in there, he's like, so try not to do anything stupid. Um, and Carol's just like, I'll try. And and so let me tell y'all this though. This is where it's really starts to get real. It's gonna really start to get real. So now you have everybody running around, you know what I'm saying, going in for cover, you know what I'm saying, of the cells Del Mar area. And boom, you got Alonzo, Gustavo, Sergio, Paz, Antonio, Fide, and Roberto, and them. They getting everybody together, getting them weapons out and prepared, for war. So, it's about to go down, you know what I'm saying? So then boom, and they coming, they shooting out, they shooting as much as they can, and then they let them zombies out, y'all. They let them zombies out. Oh my God, they let the zombies out, and then it just started getting real weird and crazy. So then that's when Daryl and Carol finally make it up in there, and they already encounter some things on the way, and then boom, so they just like going in as much as they can. I mean, whoo, y'all, it was just crazy. Carrying on. Okay, so y'all get your tea and sip it. Okay, get your tea and sip it. As the Primitivos break in the to Salas Del Mar, y'all. You got Paz and Fide. They instruct everyone to head up to the top, right? I guess to keep safe and gain leverage. Here, you have Fide. You got Fide. He going and doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for his life and his people and protecting his people. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, Fide. Then here you have Carol and Gustavo doing their thing. Doing their little thing. And then in the midst of that, y'all, God, we can't ever just be alive. Can we just live? Gustavo's nephew Alonzo had to be put down because he had turned into the dead. So Gustavo was so in shock that Carol had just did it for him. And then you really just start seeing the fury in everybody, like, after this. And then, Gustavo was just like not having it. So, you have Paz going to help Roberto. Yeah, Roberto, Justina's boy, romantic, the couple that we talked about last time. And his fight with the Primitivos, y'all. Okay, and he ends up killing one of them at the end after Paz helped her with the other one. She doing her thing, stab, wow, bam. Okay, go ahead, Paz. And then Roberto ends it with throwing the last one out of the window, y'all. And he just looked back at Paz, was just like, okay, I guess that'll do it. Like, that does the trick. That works. And so they carry on to help the others after that. And so then you got Fide. He gets wounded. Y'all, I'm thinking, oh my God, like, everybody died, Lord. And then so, you thinking, Lord, hey, he finna be one of them. He gonna be in a minute. Okay, so so then he turned. So he didn't turn, y'all. He was okay. He didn't turn. Thank God. Oh my God. I was like, golly, I had enough. I don't want to watch this no more. So, yeah. Then you have Antonio. He happy to see his son doing okay, which is Roberto. Then Roberto goes off somewhere, and Daryl and Antonio, they go another way. So Carol had wanted to suggest Fide get some medical attention, and he was like, nope. I'm okay. We still need to fight. I was, Lord, you don't need to fight. You just almost turned to the daggone dead yourself. Oh my goodness. Go lay down. Fide. And so then one of the Primivitos comes up on him, y'all, as they walk in, and she talking about him getting some medical attention. Here come a Primivitos. Okay. And as a Carol attempt to shoot, here she is trying to attempt to shoot. Whoops. That evidently wasn't her. It was his mother. She had already did the job, y'all. Put that man down. And then Roberto went off somewhere. He's still traveling to go do what he do. Then I guess to go look out and see what's going on. Then to see if the purpose is okay and everything. He's going to check out everything. Roberto. Go ahead, Roberto. Then Fide's mother gets to him, to Fide, and is very consoling and concerned, like any mother should and would be, okay, when a child is hurting. So, yes. And it ain't done yet, y'all. Then we got here Daryl talking about something ain't right. Okay, they done did all of that. Something ain't right, right? I'm thinking that's the title of one of my songs I wrote. Anyway, yeah. It is. Something ain't right. Okay, something ain't right. So I was like, y'all need me on the soundtrack. Hello. But yeah, so then, boom, y'all. I don't know, but they seen it first. It was coming. They see this big fire. And I'm like, no, cannonball! And boosh, it comes their way. And it's just like, they threw a dang old ball of fire with the zombies on it. And the zombies coming in. Oh my goodness, y'all. It was crazy. Yes, so then it's just even some more war coming. So then boom, you got everybody fighting, everybody on it. They own it. Carol go up top with Fide, and she's still with Fide. Fide got this dang on machine gun thing. He Carol see Daryl in trouble, and then she throws throws him. She be like hit because she saw that he was out of ammo or whatever. She, hey, gave him the whoop de whoop and handed it to him. She always coming through for her partner. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, Carol. I feel that she loyal. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that ride or die. Okay, so anyway, boom. They just fighting, y'all. They just fighting. They getting everybody down. So after all of that, after they get everything, seem to be calmed down. Roberto is not happening. He just feels like, so this is who we give our girls to, y'all. Whew. Okay, so yes, Roberto was not having it. He was like, so this is who you give our girls to, right? And then boom, he started like calling out all the names: Sabrina, Maria, Justina, you know what I'm saying, Alba, and all of them. They shoot. He was just talking about it ain't right. And so yeah, he started going off. He ran off, y'all. He ran off, and when he was trying to get away in the car, one of the Primitivo's cars, what's that man named Fergie? I think the black dude on there. He was standing with Daryl. He was about to shoot him, and then Daryl stopped him. He was like, he held a gun. And then the dude looking at him like, Fergie was like, and he was like, what's wrong with you? You was gonna shoot him. And then so he went and told Fide what Daryl did, and then Fide was just like pretty much fed up with everything. He was like, y'all, he was not happy. He was like, since you've been here, everything been going wrong, blah blah blah, right? So he was like, he was gonna shoot him. He was like, no, I wasn't, blah blah blah, right? And then he was like, he was gonna shoot the tire. Daryl was like, yeah, right. He was gonna shoot the tire. So then Daryl said he gonna go. Oh, well, Antonio, Roberto's dad, was like, I'm gonna go. And then Fide was like, yeah, how long has it been since you've been out there in the village? So he was like looking like distraught and stuff. And then what Fide said, and then boom, Daryl was like, he finna go, and then he'll go with him, blah blah. And then Carol was like, I guess I'll go too. Like, or was it the other way around? It was the other way around, I think. He was like, I'm going with you. So, partner ain't finna leave. You ain't finna leave me. I think it was Daryl that said that. But anyways, y'all. So they going off to go see where Roberto done went off to and find him. So then when they got to the lake, and mind you, Daryl always gotta be, he like Tom Cruise. You know how Tom Cruise always be running in a dang on movie, right? Daryl always gotta have a bike. He always gotta have a motorbike. I'm just saying. Here he go, his little motorbike following behind Carol and Antonio, and boom, they going down the street, they going down the road. You see these zombies. Woo, Jesus, zombies, Lord. Anyway, get them. And so they stop and it's like dark, and like Carol sees the car, and they investigate it and whatever and search it out, and they find the compass that Roberto had gave to Justina. Mind you, so they think they together or something like that. Woo. We don't know where Roberto at. We don't know where Justina at really either. But till the end, you get to see Justina at the with the preemie Tebows, y'all, and she waving somebody or whatever. Ooh, they don't really harm you, but they be watching and stuff. So she went to go rub the horse. I love horses, and it was so cute. Yes, somebody came behind a tree, so I was like, "Is that Daryl?" But then I was like, "That looked like one of the preemie Tebows." They watching her as stalker style. But anyway, she was just like, she was scared, like, looking around like, "Oh my God, who else is watching me? Who told you to come behind a tree and watch me like that?" But anyway, yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen next, y'all, but we gonna see on episode 5 what is Justina finna do. Is she trying to escape? I bet so. But yes, thank y'all for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and subscribe, y'all. It helps me. Y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed my recap on episode 4 today. And peace out. Y'all have a good one.